Okay, we're live, finally.
It was a lot of work to do.
Yeah, this was a lot of work to get on here, but we're here. Welcome, everybody. So let's just give it some time. For those who are waiting.
One person.
Oh, maybe. Oh, yeah. Okay, so let's just give it some time. Almost like a half hour pass. I know you're tired, so you can go to sleep whenever you want.
And I want to show some stuff that I have.
Yeah.
I'll be waiting. So I actually have this thing. Right here.
Sure. Yeah, it's
kind
crystal.
of an emerald. I don't.
It's it's supposed to be an aquamarine type of thing.
I don't know what this thing is.
It's a pendant. It's an old pendant. Yeah.
No wonder it has this thing.
Yeah.
I thought it was supposed to go on a necklace.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Just giving it just about a minute or two, because I know we're running later than people expect.
Oh my god, I'll get something. I'm so sorry.
Okay. All right. All right, Eloise, I'm gonna get started.
Just wanted to get my favorite toy.
Okay. Woo! All right. So we're gonna get started. All right, and you can show your toy during our little mini break. Okay.
Oh, I think the possum left.
That's okay. Don't pay attention to that. You can watch it later. Okay, welcome back, everyone. Let's see how I look here. Okay, so as many of you know, last Friday's 5,000 sub celebration live that we had was mysteriously cut short. And a lot of, important discussions that we had were lost, just up in smoke. And it was just like the weirdest thing, because not only was our live cut at like the 45, 48 mark, when the whole show was saved, YouTube only saved it up to 11 minutes. So if you were to go back there and see the thumbnail, and it would say 48 minutes, but when you actually click on to the video, it's only 11 minutes. It's like wild. So yeah, but I suspect there's some spiritual warfare at play. Even getting on tonight was a challenge, honey. Even getting on tonight was a challenge, and it was stressful. I think we killed like 2 other broadcasts before being able to come on to here. And we have our St. Michael's shrine going. We have our ancestor altar lit up and everything to just to get that extra protection. So what we're going to do is recap some of the discussion that we had on Friday that has been missed. And we're going to also get into the topics covered, and also do a Q&A on magic and spirituality. So, we'll just dive right in, and hopefully nothing gets lost this time. So let's see who's here. I see there's a couple people here, and that's cool. So, so right before everything cut off, I was talking about my meditation videos how um, how I've been getting a lot of positive feedback from people, how the meditations have been helping people, helping them rest at night, helping them subconsciously manifest certain desires that they have, because I do channel certain energies, depending on what the video is, the energies of certain deities, and just all around manifestations. But what I also went on to say after that is there's also a dark side to it, to doing this, to the positive feedback. And the dark side is um, the spiritual warfare that comes attached to that. And it usually happens, actually, I've only witnessed it happening whenever I make videos now that upholds the Divine Mother. Okay. And these things, these, demonic dark entities, these, what some people would even call archons, they don't like it. They absolutely hate anything to do with the divine feminine. They hate women. They hate anything feminine, especially the Divine Mother. And it really shows. And I've seen it, I experienced it firsthand several months ago when we had the eclipse. There was a lot of fear going around about the eclipse. If you guys can remember, for weeks leading up to it, this could harken catastrophe. Oh, some people saying the rapture and all this other stuff. And what I wanted to do, I created a meditation for that, for the Divine Mother, using the eclipse energy and transmuting that to make a positive transformation in your life. Okay. And it came with the message of, don't fear. Use this power in a way that will serve and benefit you, and focus on that and to your connection to her. All right. And that was my first sign of trouble, because I've had no trouble in the past uploading anything, except that very day. I spent like 3 or 4 hours on that day of the eclipse trying to upload, couldn't upload, redid it, see if I could reformat everything. And, oh, hi, Joyful. And couldn't do it. I ended up, after 4 hours of trying, and by this time it was like late afternoon, maybe early evening. I had to extract the file off of my laptop, put it into my phone, and upload it through the YouTube app there, right? And then I was able to upload it fine, get the message through, got a lot of great feedback on it and everything. It was relief. But guess what? I had trouble on my laptop getting online after that. It first started off as a weak connection, and then it was totally, gone. And I had to I brought it in for repairs, and the computer guy told me your adapter is fried. My adapter was fried. And, I'm not a big tech person, but what an adapter is basically the interface that allows if you have Wi-Fi, it's the main component that allows your laptop to connect to the internet. And these archons fried it up, and I ended up having to buy like an external USB one. It just looks like a little short flash drive, and that's what I have right now connected. And my computer's not even really old, but yeah, they fried it up. And in this um, in this world, in this plane of existence, these dark rulers, they now will move things electronically to get into your way. And before, I only heard that happening to other people, happening to other friends of mine. Um, I have a friend named Chris, he has a channel called See the Light. And we go kind of way back in the magical community and everything. And he's very devoted to the Divine Mother, okay, in her different forms and everything. And that's what he talks about mostly on his channel. I'll probably leave a link somewhere. And when I told him like what about my experience, he was like, yeah, welcome to my world, because they mess with him even more. So just know that when you bring that truth, when you bring forth anything about the divine feminine, um, and spread that to others, you're going to get pushback in a lot of weird ways, most likely. Okay. So I just wanted to put that out there, because there is a lot of negativity in our culture surrounding that. I mean, even if you even go into like fundamentalist circles, not just Christianity, Islam, and whatever, people get triggered if you even bring up the concept of that maybe God is a woman, or that there is a feminine aspect of God as well as a masculine. And they just get triggered. And it's that same archon spirit. So, I just wanted to put that out there. Whew. But also keep in mind, we're in a simulation. So a simulation that they control, but we can also manifest and fight back within that. So anyhow, Eloise, we're going to just take a little break. Would you like to show anything of yours? Take a little commercial break.
I'm working on the drawings. I'll show that on our next week, okay?
Well, okay. Well, I'm not sure how long we're going to stay on.
I don't know.
But, okay. So, let's see. So what I'd like to do, is also go through some questions and answers. That was also something that was lost in Friday's live. And I'll just pull it up right now. Let's see here. All right. And these are questions that people have given to me. And I just decided it would be, good to just answer them here. So my first question, it's like current affairs almost, the very first. Could a court case spell help P. Diddy and shift things into his favor? And I think the real question here, I guess what this person is really asking is, when you're like really deep in it, like how much can magic help you when you're like in the worst possible trouble ever? Okay. Just to make things clear, I believe that P. Diddy, he deserves to spend every last day of his life in prison. I would not even help him if he paid me $1 million. But, let me answer the question. Okay, so what magic does, all right, what magic does is shift things into your favor, shift things in your favor, okay? Magic can do miraculous things. It really can. And I don't feel right saying, oh, it has its limitations, but it can have its limitations depending on the situation, and especially when it comes to something um, within big systems such as the legal system. So, in my opinion, and I'm sure Diddy is into the cult. That whole Hollywood music sets into the cult, and he's probably having people doing work for him right now. All right. What Magic can do for him, or in someone in his situation where the feds have years and years of a case built up on him, witnesses, people who turned on him, made deals to bring him down. Will Magic get him off? No. I would say there's only like a 1% chance of that happening. But what I feel a court case spell can do is make the outcome ridiculous, such as getting his sentence greatly reduced. Okay, so say that he's supposed to, under regular circumstances, he would get life, 30 years to life in prison, right? Magic, when done powerfully, when done right, can make things happen that make you scratch your head. He could end up just getting something like 15 years. Okay. So it would be it would be in proportion, in relation to what he could have had otherwise. Okay. So, that's my take on it. Magic just pushes things into your favor. All right. So he may not get off. Chances are he's not going to get off. But the terms of his punishment with Magic could be greatly reduced. So, don't be surprised if something like that happens. Hope it doesn't, but don't be surprised. If that happens, then there was like probably something in the spiritual he had done. All right. Next question. Is anyone else in your family psychic? Yes. Yes. My great grandmother. People have talked about her. She lived to be like 105 years old, had 12 kids. My mom is the one who told me that she does, because when I told my mom that I had like extrasensory things a long time ago, I think I told her like, I don't know, 15 years ago, she said, oh yeah, your great grandma was the same way, so she was like that. But I don't know any stories, but that's just what I've been told. And it was so long ago, and there's so many relatives who had died since then. There's no stories that reached me. I just know that about her. My sister I have a younger sister. She's psychic, but she doesn't work professionally as a psychic. She's actually in real estate. Yeah, and she's a model too. So she, so she works in real estate, and she is very, very psychic too. She just doesn't, as far as I know, she doesn't tap into it personally. She, it's just when she wants to know certain stuff, she'll know certain stuff. I'll even quickly tell you a story. She was dating this guy for a long time. This is when she was college age, and she had a dream the night before of sitting at a table with her boyfriend and the boyfriend's father. The boyfriend's father was a very troubled man. He used to be a Vietnam vet, had substance abuse problems, lived on the street and everything, And this young man, he was close to our family because my sister and him knew each other since they were in grade school. So anyway, so she had so one night she just had this dream, and she saw the father wearing a crucifix pendant, right? And so like the next day I was minding my own business, and then all of a sudden I got this horrible feeling, um where this big sense of loss, where I had to like rock myself back and forth, and I kept on getting the thought in my head, if you lost your father, then you'll have nobody. And I'm not close to my father, okay? But it was I'm just not. But I just had this thought, and I started rocking back and forth. And then I get a call 5 minutes later, and it's my sister. This is when we used to talk. We don't really talk anymore, unfortunately, or fortunately. And she just said, "Hey, Adrienne, I'm here with my boyfriend. We just came to his house, and we found his father dead on the floor. He had a seizure and he choked on his own vomit." And she's like, he's with him right now. My boyfriend's with him right now, cradling him, saying, "Dad, I was gonna help you. I was gonna, I just bought a car. I was going to give you a ride so you wouldn't have to take the bus anymore." It was just so sad. Anyway, so yeah, it was, so she gets premonitions. She even has certain things about me that she knows without me even telling her, and vice versa, you know. So she's psychic. And also my daughter is psychic too. Yeah. I don't know if they were able to see it, but my daughter is, and I was able to pick that up, see that fairly early on, like in the last 2 years. And I think that's great because even though I always knew I was extrasensory, my abilities were always latent and repressed, and they would just come on erratically. I would unexpectedly know certain things before they happened, but never try to purposely know things. Probably because I grew up in a fundamentalist Christian home for the first 5 years of my life. and so, and there were other issues going on that I was just not encouraged to develop as a person. There was a lot of toxicity that I grew up around. So my abilities, I didn't start using them deliberately until I had to, and that was like in the past when it came into full force. It wasn't until like the past 5-6 years or so. So, but yes, my daughter is psychic too. I encourage it. She's seen things. She's already seen entities. She's already talked to our ancestors. I've had an ancestor. She grew up seeing me with an ancestor altar and everything. So, okay. What are the most common mistakes people make when casting spells, and how can they avoid them? I would say the most common mistake that people make when casting spells is the lack of confidence, the lack of strong intention. A lot of people lack confidence in what they want to do, and they have a lot of doubts. What you looking for?
I'm looking for my cell phone.
It's over there. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. They go in with the attitude like, if this will work, very willy-nilly about it. I mean, with any type of manifestation, spell work, or if you're doing straight up manifestation, that's not a good thing. It's best to go in with the feeling and attitude that what you want to happen has already occurred. All right. Whether you're doing a ritual or if you're going through, or if you're doing straight up manifestation, you have to have the feeling or the imagining, even if it's for a brief time, even if it's only for the ritual or whatever, that you already have what you want, or what you want to have happen has already happened. Right? So that's the most common mistake I've seen, is when people have that lack of faith. Okay. And confidence. All right. All right. So how do I know if my spell is working, and what signs should I look for? All right. So, okay. So there's two things. All right. Because it's different. It depends on, I guess it depends on you. I feel that the best manifestations are the ones, usually it's the ones that you don't see coming. Okay. I instruct clients that after the work is done, try not to overthink it. If you overthink it, about it, just try to find a way to shift your mind to other things, that sort of thing. And that's still the same general rule for most manifestation as well. You got to let it grow and such. Just go about your own life, and boom, one day it happens. So there isn't really any signs. Okay, that's one thing. But then there are certain spells for certain people where they do get signs, and those signs are usually in the form of synchronicities. Synchronicities, signs, little coincidences, and it just leads them on their way until, what they want to have happen just unfolds before them. So those are the two, major ways, major signs. When there is no sign, you're just going about your business, living your life, have your spell, buried in the back of your mind somewhere, just having a general feel that it's going to happen, and then boom, it just happens. And then the second one, you'll get little signs and little synchronicities. So there you have that. All right. Okay. Let's see, what's the most powerful ritual you offer for overcoming obstacles or toxic situations? Okay. So, I think a lot of my rituals covers that. It's just a matter of what type of obstacle or toxic situation that you're dealing with. Okay. If it's a straight up curse, or someone has sent you an unintentional negative thoughts, haters, people who are holding resentments against you, or if you're your own worst enemy with your own limiting self thoughts and blockages, for both of those, that would be my curse and negative energy removal. All right. So that, that's like for a straight up thing. Toxic situation, it depends what is the situation. What is the toxic situation? Do you live with a toxic family? Do you have a bad roommate? Are you with a partner? You're living with a partner that you don't like. You have a coworker that you don't like. So let's say coworker you don't like. That would be a banishing ritual, my forced exile ritual. So you'll get the person. Either the person will either get laid off, or want to quit, or they'll get transferred to another department. Or if they're spiritually sensitive, they'll feel something in the force coming for them, and they start changing their behavior. Okay. Either way, the end result is the problem solved. Okay. If you're in a bad relationship or marriage and you don't, you, for whatever reason, family shame, religion, maybe you belong to a culture where it's not safe to do that as a woman. I've had those type of clients before. Have the other partner initiate the breakup, then it would be the breakup ritual. Okay, and they'll have them be the one to leave if that's your intention. We work that way. So so those are my most powerful rituals for toxic situations. It depends on what that situation is. All right. Okay, let's see. All right. Can magic help with love and relationships, especially in dealing with narcissists or toxic partners? Um, well, it depends on what that goal is. The short answer is yes. All right. Um, it can bring you together with a narcissist or toxic partner. My personal policy is I'm not going to help somebody reconcile with an abusive or narcissistic partner. That's just me. That's my personal policy. But just to straight up answer the question, yes, you can. But the caveat is you're not going to change a person's character unless you're going to do like some sort of strong voodoo or demonic type of domination spell or zombification spell where you're basically hijacking that person's mind. You're not going to really change what's in here and what's in here. And at that point, why would you even want to? Because it'd be like a totally different person anyway. This is just my take. Other practitioners may feel differently, but that's my take. So in the short answer, yes. Magic can help with love and relationships in terms of getting them back into a relationship with you, initiating a relationship with you, getting into a situation, whatever it is, getting with them, but that's not going to stop them from being a bad apple. And that's exactly why I have that policy not to deal with abusive people. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. Is it possible to reverse or undo a spell? And when would that be necessary? Okay. In most cases, it is possible to undo a spell, especially if it depends, I guess, on the spell itself. To be on the safe side, yes, you can reverse a spell, best before it manifests or start to manifest. All right. Depending on the spell. But if it has manifested, like say a love spell, there is a spell I have that removes it. But there's certain times though, there's certain times where the damage has already been done. The thing that you wanted to happen has already happened, and that's the end of it. What comes to mind is this one client, her ex-boyfriend left her for another girl, and she wanted to break them up. So she came to me. I broke them up within 2 months. And then, months later, she comes back to me and saying, "Oh, can you undo it? I found out, he left her, but he had gotten her pregnant."
That is crazy.
Life happened, So, and that's part of the risks of the nature of this business, how do you undo that? Yeah, I mean, I could undo the feelings that he has, but unless we do like a love spell or something, it's going to be up to him to get back into her life, But the short answer is yes, you can undo spells, but it is best, I use that as a warning. It is best to, when you get a spell done, whether you're doing it for yourself or if you go to someone like me, make sure that's what you really want. Yeah. Just make sure that's what you really want. Because sometimes there's, there's consequences. Not necessarily to you, but everything has a reaction. All right. Let's see. How many more do we have? Okay. All right. How do you stay grounded and protected while practicing powerful magic spells? I'm always generally protected. I do have certain deities. I have certain ancestors, who gives me general protection. I also like to, wear certain charms and stuff. And I like crystals around me, makes me feel good. And I try to keep my vibration high much of the time, But as far as while I'm doing magic spells, being grounded while I'm doing magic spells, I don't. Actually, I'm the opposite. I get into like a meditative state where I'm practically out, a lot of times out of my body, at least partially, going into the other realms. That's what allows me to communicate with the angels. So I'm not grounded. Actually, grounding is something that I do after the fact, after the work has been done. Actually, I remember the very first time I did the rituals, angelic rituals, and I was mostly out of my body for like 23 hours. 23 hours. That because when that was my very first time doing the rituals, and I was like in a different, it elevated me spiritually, and I just had to get used to it. And I was just, you ever been on Benadryl where you just have that detached feeling from your head? It feels detached from the rest of your body. It's kind of like that. But not only that, my hands were tingling, my feet were tingling. And there's a magic group I belong to, and I was like, oh my gosh, all day. How do what do I need to do? And they're like, oh, you need to ground yourself or eat something. So I ate something. Didn't work. I said, oh, maybe I just need to go to bed, So I went to bed for the night and woke up still in the same state. And then and that's kind of scary when you think you're going to reset and at night and you don't reset in the morning. That's pretty darn scary. So finally, someone gave me the advice, like maybe you need to go out into nature and walk in the grass, stand in the grass, and everything. So I went to the middle of the park, and this is back when I was still living in Wyoming, and luckily it was springtime because usually most of the year it's snow. I just was there in the middle of the park, and I had my cowgirl boots on. So it was, leather and wooden soles. So everything was able to conduct. The minute that I stood out there, finally, the 23rd hour, I was back in my body again. Anyhow, so grounding with magic and stuff, I kind of do the reverse. I get out of my body when I'm working. And it's only after the fact that I come back. Now it doesn't take me that long. Now I could just eat something or just go outside for a little while and I come back. So I hope I answered your question there. Okay, and this is the last one here listed. All right. Can anyone learn to cast spells, or do you need to have a natural gift? Um, it could be either or, depending on the person. Um, we're all humans, and people have like this misconception that just because you're human, that you're somehow separate from the spiritual world and or nature. And the truth is, we're spiritual beings. We're spiritual entities too. And I think once people realize that, they can do a lot more manifestation wise and magic wise. So yes, anyone can learn to cast spells. um, it's just a matter of getting your mind right, choosing a path, a magical or spiritual path that resonates with you, and get to practicing. you know and yes, there are people who do have natural gifts, and it doesn't even have to be an either or thing. I believe that I'm someone who has a natural gift. My daughter is someone who has a natural gift. um, and with myself, actually, you know the my natural gifts, that raw energy, I would have things manifest, sometimes even harming people I was angry with. um that's what made me realize that, gee, you know maybe I need to study something so I can control this a little better. um and for my own benefit, direct that to something that I actually consciously want to make happen. um so it could be both. It could be both. And about like people with gifts and doing unintentional magic. Actually, I have a blog article you can find on my website in the blog section. It's titled, um, okay, it escapes me, but basically, um, it's unintentional magic is magic, and it actually touches on that very thing. When you just make magic happen simply with the power of your mind, I believe that we all can do that. It's just that some people are stronger, can be naturally stronger than others. And what determines that strength, um, there's other factors at play with that. Genetic, some people just have stronger wills and personalities and such. Some people are more connected to the other realms. There's a whole bunch of other factors, um, that are about that. um, so anyhow, let's see here. So I think we're going to wrap up a bit. Eloise, anything you want to say? Anything you want to do?
Uh, Keep the live stream on for a little longer. I'm finishing up my drawing.
You're drawing? Okay. I didn't even realize Eloise was doing a drawing.
I actually
Well,
made school.
Well, just show it. You can show the other one for next time.
Oh.
Just show us what you have now. We're taking a little a pre-wrap up commercial break. All right. All right. Show us what you have, Eloise.
You show them what you drew of me first.
Okay. So Eloise had us a while ago draw each other. So this is what I drew of her. I don't know if this is going to be inverted or not. I don't even know if this shows. Oh, good. It shows it. Okay. So that's my drawing of Eloise with her one of her favorite T-shirts, her NASA T-shirt,
and my favorite pants, which I'm wearing right now.
And so I put her her characteristics that I like the best about her: powerful,
beautiful,
smart, and spunky. And she really is spunky,
just like Grandma Catherine.
Just like our Grandma Catherine, the other psychic in our family. Okay,
and this is my drawing of my mommy.
Let me see. You got it? Okay, but
Beautiful and heavenly. That's what I want.
thank you, honey. Thank you. So,
Yeah, I'm going to show you my drawings now.
okay.
This is actually an elemental family. So
Yes, and these were the drawings that Eloise also shown on the Friday live that we didn't get, you guys didn't get to see. So just wanted to make some time for her to show them.
All right, so this is a medal. The medal which I showed you last time.
Mm-hmm.
This is the first daughter. See,
So who are they?
that is Princess
Luna.
Luna.
Princess Luna. And what does she do? What's her
She can control water.
control water? So she works with the element of water.
Yeah.
Okay, and who's this red one?
Her name.
This one's red. Uh-huh.
Can you guess what element she is?
Well, she's red, so I'm guessing fire.
Yes, you are correct.
Awesome.
And her name is Margaret.
Margaret. So this is Queen Margaret, Princess Margaret, Queen Margaret. Very nice.
And we also have the middle child.
Oh wait, this one I haven't seen before. Okay, let me
this
put
one
that
I
up.
just drew. This is the middle child. She controls off.
Oh, and what's her name? Is she a princess or a queen?
Princess.
Princess what?
Her name is Lola.
Princess Lola. I love the little anime eyes. It's so cool. Nice.
And we also have the second oldest child.
Oh wait. Okay.
And she controls stone. That means she can move any type of stone, even concrete.
Oh cool. What's her name?
Oh, her name's Lana.
Lana. Awesome.
Princess Lana.
Princess Lana.
Mm-hmm. And they are all one big family, and they have no dad. They have no dad, so that's the family.
Okay, cool. Very, very nice. Love it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Eloise. So we're probably going to wrap up. Oh, and I'll probably add these links. Okay, so my friend Chris's channel, devoted to the Divine Mother. That's very rare for a man to do that.
Look at this.
He's a wizard. He also has powerful magic. We'll show that one next time. He makes special crystals pendants. He's actually the one who made me this protection angelic pendant. He made one for Eloise as well, but she hardly wears it. But that's okay. See the light. He has amazing insights. Let's see, and Miss Eloise has a channel, and the name of the channel is Miss Eloise and Hadria. Actually, it's my old channel from my RVing days, and I handed it over to her. And what that channel is going to focus on is our life here in Costa Rica. So, if any of you guys are interested in that, I'll put a link in the comments, and you can join that as well to follow our lives there. All right, and remember to like and subscribe, of course. So I think we're going to wrap up now. All right. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me tonight, and for those who are watching later, I hope you guys found what we talked about insightful. All right. And if you're ready to take your spiritual journey to the next level, or if you have any personal challenges that you're facing, I do offer free spell consultations and psychic readings. Yeah. So head over to my website, mochagypsymagic.com. and just explore to see more about my services and what I offer and how I can help you unlock your full potential or get through and over certain situations and problems. I can help with that. Okay, so, don't wait to transform your life. Everything starts now. So again, visit mochagypsymagic.com. Okay, and let's connect. See you soon. You want to say bye, Eloise?
Mommy, I want to tell.
Okay.
I want to talk about your channel.
No. We gotta go. Okay, come say bye.
Bye.
Okay, bye.